are turning themselves in at ports of entries for asylum every year, and thousands of others enter illegally, smuggled in by coyotes.
Homeland Security investigations tells us the greed of these coyotes may be putting migrants and you in danger. Our Yami Virgen investigates, and we must warn you there is some video you may find graphic.
These are the images that most of us have seen when we speak of immigrants entering the U.S. through the border. Thousands lined up by the river in El Paso. Hundreds crossing in desolate areas in the middle of the night in Eagle Pass. But this is the other way some are coming in, under the radar, and it's advertised on Facebook.
We've identified as that there is a service that's being advertised on Facebook, a service like a transportation service that immigrants can make contact with and get them to transport them to really anywhere in the United States.
The water.
Their illegal entry is not easy. They dodge Border Patrol agents and authorities in the brush. And in the case of one young man, whom we will call Joaquin, to protect his identity, paying these underground rides can mean being kidnapped and tortured until their families pay more money.
Cuando yo miré a esas personas que llegaron en el carro, y tenía un poco de temor, si no se miraban muy buenas personas, pero no sabía lo que iba a pasar más adelante.
Joaquin was picked up in Eagle Pass just past the checkpoint. The men who picked him up took him to a stash house right here in Bexar County. Once there, they tried to extort Joaquin's family for $4,000. Abel Peña is a retired FBI agent who heads Project Absentees, a nonprofit which helps find missing people.
We've identified a couple stash houses here in San Antonio where they've taken them, they've held them at gunpoint, they've tied them up, placed them in a room by them with usually 3 to 4 people. Where they're instructed to remain in the room, not to turn the lights on, otherwise they would be either beaten up or killed.
Joaquin tells us these men treat immigrants like they're a box of shoes that can be sold off to the next coyote. Peña has been investigating these stash houses for months. He says everyone in San Antonio should be concerned about what is going on inside.
You've got to believe that the cartel is probably involved in some form or fashion, yes.
Yeah, because you can't really move anything without their approval.
Correct.
We spoke to Homeland Security Investigations, who's in charge of tracking down transnational organizations and their ties to the U.S. smuggling rings, about the other dangers the dirty money brings along with it.
The funds that they collect via human smuggling activities are used to further the drug trade. They're used to further the smuggling of weapons back to Mexico. So it is an overall public safety issue that we should be concerned with.
And the job of HSI agents is so important that, according to San Antonio Congressman Henry Cuellar, this is why more funding is needed for them.
I have for the last couple of years added more money for the investigation part of Homeland to make sure they do that they can go after those criminal organizations.
But the biggest help for HSI is the public reporting suspicious activity.
Estaba bien desesperado, yo quería salir de ese lugar. Yo siempre le pedí a Dios día con día.
Joaquin says he's lucky to have escaped, but he knows others are not as lucky, and that is why he's willing to share his story.
He is hopeful that his efforts by coming forward will involve hopefully arrests to take some of these people off the streets.
Yami Virgen, Fox News at 9.